Hello. How you doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and I will be breaking for you this evening as we open in episode 48. Episode 48 of What's in the Box Wednesday. We're doing Collector's Edge 1993 um, football. I think I said in the last episode, towards the end, I collected this in 1991. I never saw the 93 version. I'm wondering if this is the same because there was like a film over the cards. It was very weird. They were very weird cards, and I wonder if they kept doing that or if they stopped doing that. But anyway, we are opening Collector's Edge 93 football. There are, let's see, it says 28 teams, so obviously it's pre the last four teams, and it doesn't say how many cards are in the box. But anyway, 3,000 John Elway signed cards randomly seeded. Looking for 2-minute warning Elway Prism cards. So John Elway is the big guy on this box. We're going to get some John Elway cards, but we're also going to hopefully get some other stuff that's really exciting. Let's see real quickly. Collector's Edge. Here we go. So Sugar White. If you're a fan of the series, you know who Sugar White is. He's looking for cards. Quite a few cards in here. Emmett Smith, John Elway, Barry Sanders, Brett Favre, Derek Thomas, Christian Okoye, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, Jerry Rice. A Drew Bledsoe would be a rookie card, so he's hoping to get a Drew Bledsoe rookie in this. Joe Montana, second John Elway. There are multiple John Elways, and a Panthers insert. So 893, that must be about when the Panthers, it says here, include team photos of all 28 teams. But that would mean that the Panthers, the Jaguars, are not teams yet, and I don't even know but it says Panthers insert. So I'm guessing what it is this is their birth year before there is a team, and there's an insert of the logo, probably is what we're looking for. Then it says any John Elway promos or prisms, and any specials as well. So let's do that. It says only 100,000 cards per player. Now I don't know if that's a lot or not. And that's individual serial numbers on each card. Every card is serial numbered. So you see how here it says 00000001. Every card has a serial number on it, and there are only 100,000 cards. So putting together a set is probably not that hard, but still, it's a lot harder than having a million cards from a set. This was their way back in early '93 of not overproducing, thinking that rarity was going to help the product. And I'm not going to say that it hurt the product, but apparently it didn't help the product all that much. So, all right, here we go, Collector's Edge. Now, if you are a fan of the channel, again, you know that we pull a couple of these packs out and put them to the side so that we're not opening a full box. We're just opening a full box -2, and then we open the other packs on our Instagram page. So if you join us on Instagram, you'll see individual pack openings there. Used to be daily. We've slowed down now, but we're about to move into our new studio, less than a month away now. And once we're there, that will be a daily thing once again. We're going to get back to that. So here we go. We got 2 stacks of cards. They're not sitting even, which makes me believe that one of them might have a thicker card in it. So we'll see. If I notice a pack being thicker than the rest, then I'll put it to the side. Even if I've already opened it, we'll try to save it for later if I know I've got a special card. All right, so here we go. Starting off with Ricardo McDonald from the Cincinnati Bengals. And as you can see, I'm not going to do this with every card, but it's serial numbered 2,610 out of 10,000. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Obviously didn't do much for it, but Tom Hodson, quarterback. Now this blue is a little different than the other 2 blues. I see that there's green back there. Oh, yeah, there's another different blue. I wonder if the shading it has anything to do with, like, where in the set they are or whatever. But Todd Hodgson, quarterback for the Patriots, pre-Drew Bledsoe. There's a Steve Atwater, Rose Stark, Calvin Williams for the Eagles, Michael Irvin. That's a star, but not on his list. Oh, the green is join the Collectors Club. So if you guys would like to join the Collectors Club, that is something you can do. These cards also, I remember now as I'm holding them, are very thin, thinner than your typical card. They're almost like paper thin cards. Um, Very fragile in that sense. So interesting. But yeah, I vaguely remember there being some kind of a weird film over top of them to protect the surface of the card that you could peel off, but we never did. Maybe I'm imagining that, or it's a different set than I'm thinking of, but that's how I remember it. Wesley Carroll, Tim Barnett, Mike Pritchard. There's the Raiders team card. Sean Salisbury. And the Minnesota Vikings team card. All right, so far 0 for 2. We did hit a Michael Irvin, which is kind of cool, but not one of the ones we're hunting for, and not one of the ones that I'm personally hunting for that isn't on his list. Let's just pull that out. All right, we got Michael Jackson, woohoo! Terry Allen, Herman Moore, John Elway, E2. So there's our first one. Bam! Let's suspect he's going to send this to get graded. So let's slide it in one of these special things there, and then grab a top loader. We are sending off to next level grades very soon. We've already picked out the cards that we're going to send, but you never know when he calls and says, wait a second, never mind, I want to send that instead or as well. So that's a nice John Elway. It is still looks like it's out of 100,000. So even though I don't know how that works. Like, it's obviously a special card, numbered E3, but it doesn't appear to be any rarer than any of the regular cards, unless this one's only to like 20,000, but they still put the 0 in front because that's how the printing is. So, but yeah, he will eventually send that to next level grades, but not this time. All right, so, and then we got Barry Sanders. That's another one of the cards he was looking for, and the Denver Broncos team card. So let's sleeve the Barry Sanders. All right. And move on. All right, so that's good. That's one card, but it's two cards, but one of those cards isn't on the list as far as the list goes. It's on the list as in and any of these special things. So when you look at it from the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 cards, and then any of the other things, we got only one of his 13 cards so far. Let's see if we can get him some more. Here we go. Got Jim Kelly, Richard Cooper, Robert Jones, Dan Marino, that's one, Ronnie Lott, in his Raider uniform, but in his Jet logo. It's his post-trade or signing or whatever. Atlanta Falcons team card. And there's the Dan Marino. Let's get that one sleeved. And we've got 2 of 13 now. All right, doing a little better. Every time you get one, the percentages go up. That's how percentages work. Stats. Starting this one with Andre Rison, Mark Clayton, Chris Miller, Mike Crowell, Chris Carter, and the Patriots team card. Man, the pre-Brady Patriots, that was one of those teams I just never really thought was ever going to be good. It was like being the Lions or something. Then Bledsoe came and they were pretty good, and then Brady came and greatest team of all time. Carl Pickens, wide receiver. Leonard Russell, Patriots running back. Vance Johnson, Robert Jones, Steve Snyder, and Kenneth Gant, defensive back for the Cowboys. Collector's Edge football, the edge is real. It says so right there. The edge is real. The cake is a lie. The edge is real. All right. We got Harold Green, John Vaughn, Willie Green, Sean Gilbert, and Mark Carrier. And then Ashley Ambrose for the Colts. We've that success percentage is really starting to dip. We haven't hit anything since the Marino like 3 packs ago. Come on. I know that the percentage tends to, the hitting a card tends to get harder the more cards you get, but I've only really gotten 2. Neil Anderson, Jeff George, Darren Lewis, Calvin Williams, Anthony Carter, and the Indianapolis Colts team card. All right, we got quarterback Jim Harbaugh, Lawrence Taylor, there's one for me, LT, Will Furrer, John Taylor, wide receiver for the 49ers, Steve Walsh, quarterback, and the Dallas Cowboy team card. LT, one of my faves. If you, we haven't started yet, but I did do a episode for my personal collection series, and I numbered it -5 because my series hasn't started yet, but I wanted to open those boxes, and those were my personal, came out of my pocket. So, and Lawrence Taylor will be a big part of the football side of my personal collection. You'll see how I collect when that series goes live after we're in the new studio. All right, we got John Fina. There's a Deion Sanders. Vinny Testaverde. That's weird because he's a Tampa Bay Buck. Oh, it is. He's a Cleveland Brown. It's like, but that looks like a Browns helmet. I wonder if there's a logo issue. But no, Cleveland Browns. Huh. Neat. All right. Saren Stacy, Derek Brown, and the Buffalo Bills team card. I wonder who was our quarterback in '93. I know a lot of the quarterbacks. I just don't know what order and what year. Craig Erickson, and it's got to be like around Craig Erickson, I guess. It's not, it's not Mike Glennon yet. It's not, anything like that. So Michael Hayes. There's a Dan Marino dupe. Got a Ty Detmer, Andre Reed, and a Mark Schereth. followed by the New Orleans Saints team card. All right, we got a Dan Marino. We're going to sleeve that and put that over here, just to we can compare him later and make sure he gets the better version of the card. All right, that's about the halfway point, guys. Not doing well. Let's see what we can get. At least we got one of the Elway cards. If we didn't get that Elway card, I'd say this is a bust so far. But if all you get is that Elway card, that's still a neat card. Drew Hill. There's a Derek Thomas. That's one of his guys. 101, yep. And 6,534. All right, got another one. There we go. Derek Thomas. Then we got Chuck Smith, Reggie Cobb, Jack Del Rio, and the Miami Dolphins team card. Really want that Drew Bledsoe. Come on. How about another John Elway card? Even just his base, but preferably one of his specials. We got Bobby Herbert, Barry Ward, Bruce Smith, Monty Coleman, Chris Dolman. That last one is always so hard to. And the Kansas City Chiefs team card. Here we go. We got Andre Reed, Fred McPhee, Tommy Maddox. Wow. So that is Tommy Maddox. Looks like his rookie card. You're like, who the hell is Tommy Maddox? Yep, they do show more. So this looks like a Tommy Maddox rookie. Tommy Maddox, I guess, played for the Denver Broncos. Then went and played for the original XFL, the first year that they did it, way back when. And he was the league MVP, won the championship, and then came and was signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he had like 2 or 3 good years as a Pittsburgh Steeler, like solid, not like amazing, but solid quarterback play for the Steelers. And I think that was right before Ben Roethlisberger took over. He lost his job to Roethlisberger, I believe. But Tommy Maddox, yeah. Steve Hendrickson, Blair Thomas, Keith DeLong, and that's everything on that pack. If nothing else, we're getting great cards to, not on his list, but to bring back memories. Defensive lineman Pio Sagapatulele. That's a long name. Rich Gannon. Rodney Peete. Marco Coleman. Ricky Irvins. And the Detroit Lions team card. All right, getting down to the nitty-gritty. Not in the home stretch yet, but Troy Alune, the Bears, Steve Emmen for the Colts, Wendell Davis, Mark Wheeler, Andre Tippett, and the Houston Oilers team card. Houston Oilers, later the Tennessee Titans, so that we could get the Houston Texans, which is a much better name than the Houston Oilers. All right. We got Alonzo Spellman, Jared Bunch, Anthony Munoz, that's one of my guys, John Baylor, Vaughn Johnson, and the Cleveland Browns team card. Oh, okay. One of the teams missing is the Baltimore Ravens. I'm trying to remember the four teams: the Panthers, the Jaguars, the Ravens, because they haven't moved from from Cleveland yet. And what is the one team that I'm not thinking of? This says 28 teams, and there are 32 teams. So there's one team that I'm not thinking of that is not in the league at this point. All right, we got Tom Waddle, Phil Simms, Darrell Williams, Clayton Holmes, Rodney Hampton, and the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, we got Tommy Vardell, Todd Scott, Eric Kramer, Randall Cunningham, Gerald Riggs, and the New York Jets team card. Again, I don't know how many cards are in this set. And for that matter, I don't even know how many cards were in the box. I probably should have counted the packs. 6 player cards per pack. If I really wanted to, I could count how many cards and divide by 6. But it doesn't seem like I'm going to be close to a full set here. So, Thurman Thomas, Torrance Small, Dennis Smith, Keith Byers, Fred Barnett, and John Taylor. That's a dupe. Haven't seen a lot of, and that's the whole point I'm making, is I haven't seen a lot of dupes. Still getting new cards, but we got a whole list of people we're looking for, and we didn't hit most of them. Chances of them being the only ones we don't hit are extremely small, so there's got to be a lot of other people we also didn't hit. James Lofton. Oh, Eugene Chung. There's a John Elway. John Elway 59. It's the first Elway, not the second one. This one is 33,419. Then we have the checklist, which actually has that John Elway on it right there. Number 39, John Elway. 59, sorry. Then Sheeran Stacy, Vince Workman, and that's it. So in the final pack, the last pack, and I didn't even say it was the last pack, I should have. We at least pulled a John Elway. We got that one. We didn't get the 301. We also didn't get the Emmitt Smith, the Barry Sanders, the Brett Favre. We got Derek Thomas. We didn't get Christian Okoye, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Drew Bledsoe, the other Joe Montana, the other John Elway, or the Panthers insert. So we didn't do well on that box at all. We still, when you go through and have this many cards, it feels like you did pretty well. That right there, to me, makes the box worth it. Now, I don't know the price on the box. I don't know the price on the card. If you graded the card, I don't know if you got a good grade on the card, if you could sell it for more than the box was worth. That's not what we're going for anyway. He's looking to next level grade this, which means he's looking to add it to his personal collection, not to resell it. So this goes on his wall or in his box, however he stores his graded cards when it's time to display them. And it's a pretty card. I don't think it's a 10. I think that from top to bottom, I think that line is, and when I say it's small, obviously this is fatter, but when I say it's small, I'm looking in comparison to the thickness of these lines. It's slightly to this side. That's slightly fatter than this one, but you can see that both of these sides are fatter than the top, which means that the top should be about the same fatness there, and that this distance underneath here, although hard to judge what it's supposed to be, would be less and closer to the bottom of the helmet. So it is shifted a little up, in my opinion, up and to the right, up and to the right, up and to the right. but very little to the right, but definitely up. But still, I don't think that that centering is so much that it's going to give the card a bad grade. Um, the card itself, the edges and corners look phenomenal. I don't see any surface problems at all. Um, Now, again, I'm still a rookie at this. We're going to start training on how to grade cards, but that alone for me says the box was worth it if I purchased it. If I also wanted a John Elway, a Derek Thomas, a Dan Marino, and a Barry Sanders. Oh, we did get the Barry Sanders and a Barry Sanders. Well, there you go. Pretty good in the grand scheme of things. You missed out on a bunch of cards, but that's a good haul in my opinion. Um, but when you look at the sheer number of misses, that kind of hurts. You're like, oh wait, what? We missed that many cards. There's that many more cards, which means a whole nother box of these if we want to get something done uh, as far as those rest. Which we may do. If you guys keep watching the series, we may get another Collector's Edge. You never know when they become available and when we can hunt one down. And we may do this again to try to get some more of those Elways and other cards. But for now, just keep watching the series. If you didn't watch last week was fun. We did what did we do? Upper Deck Space Jam, pulled some really neat. Um, this is a 3D lenticular card. We also got one that has a piece of the movie Cell in the card. We got one with a piece of court in it. A lot of cool stuff. Some LeBron James. Obviously, a lot of LeBron James. But so that one, go check that out. That was last week. And if you already watched it, then wait. We'll have another one soon. Join us next week. Click the like and subscribe button down below. And we'll see you then. Bye bye.